I'm Jen, welcome to my studio, and today we are doing a Tappy Talks. Now, sometimes I do Tappy Talks in my vlogging studio, and sometimes I do them in my dance studio, depending on what we're talking about. This one's perfect for the dance studio because today we're going to be talking about how to choreograph. Now, that's a question that I've gotten so many times on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. Somebody's like, do a Tappy Talks on how to choreograph. That is such a tough one, honestly, because there are so many different ways to choreograph and everyone really has their own method that it's really difficult for me to tell somebody, this is how you choreograph. Here are your 5 steps. That's not something that I can do, but I can tell you about many different ways that people choreograph, and maybe one of those ways will work for you because it's just such a personal process. Some people need to hear the music first, some people just need to lay the steps down first, some people kind of do both. It really depends. And this is strictly tap choreography. I can do a whole other video on how to do contemporary choreography or jazz or something in another video, but this is just tap choreography. And again, it's just so difficult for me to say, this is how you choreograph, because I have such a unique method. But I will be able to tell you like different ideas that you can try. So making a dance, making a tap dance is a lot like writing a story or writing a song or drawing a picture. You have this idea that you want to put together, and you have these elements, the steps, that you have to create the idea. That's all there is to it. So one of the ways that I've told beginner choreographers to start is by making a list of steps. Create a list of steps that you want to use in that dance. That way, you know you have basically a word bank that will keep you on track and make sure you're not just using the same step over and over again, like 72 paradiddles in a dance because you didn't remember any other steps. Having that word bank is amazing because I even do that still. Sometimes I forget that Broadway's / Shirley Temple's / Manhattan, whatever you call it. Sometimes I forget that they exist when I'm choreographing, and I go, man, I've done a bunch of drawbacks, paradiddles, and buffaloes. What's missing? And I go, wait a minute, there are so many other steps than that. So having a word bank is really, really good, especially if you're choreographing for a particular soloist or a competition team or for a recital dance. Making sure that you put on that list steps that your dancers are strong at doing, like steps that they're really good at, so that when they go on the competition stage, you're showing off their work, you're showing off their skills. You can also put a couple of reach steps, like steps that they're almost working on, or like almost got but they're still working on. You can put those on there, but when I do that, I have backup plans. I always make sure I have a backup plan, because by 2 weeks before a competition, if they're still not with the shiggity bops, then okay guys, we're going to plan B. Because in my opinion, I don't want to put a dance that isn't 100% ready on a competition stage. Now, I don't choreograph for competition really anymore. I do like a little bit, but that's a past life. But I remember that part very clearly. I would always have a plan B. And it's never to say, oh, well, you didn't get it, so you have to do the easy version now. It's to say, well, we're still working on it, but I want to put your best foot forward, which wasn't supposed to be a pun, but I guess that's a pun. Anyway, so that's one way of choreographing. Create a word bank of steps that you're going to put together in a rhythm to a song, maybe. Sometimes you need a song, sometimes you don't. And then create from there. So that's one way of doing it. Second way, and this applies to all different ways, know your rhythm. That's a big important thing about choreographing, is to just know your rhythm. So studying rhythm, studying the different ways that you can create rhythm, and starting with rhythm is the second way to choreograph. But again, understanding rhythm is super important for every single way I'm going to tell you to choreograph. But the second way is to go, okay, well, I want da 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 da. Okay, you have a rhythm. You're starting with a rhythm. You want to create that. So then you have to make steps and put that to that. Step, shuffle, heel, shuffle, shuffle, step, heel, stand. Okay, I made the rhythm. Cool. I had a rhythm that I wanted to use. I found steps that matched it. That's a good way to choreograph. But I reiterate, understanding rhythm is so important for all kinds of tap choreography. But yeah, so method number 2, having rhythms that you want to use and just plugging steps in that fit that rhythm. A 5-count riff is not going to fit that. It's just not. You can try, you can make it work, but it's not going to feel very natural. Step, shuffle, heel, shuffle, shuffle, step, heel, stamp absolutely fits that rhythm. But let's say you've got da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How are you going to fit that? 5-count riff and a 7-count riff would work pretty perfectly for that. 5-7. Okay, there, write it down. We'll get into how to record your choreography after. So you have make a list or start with a rhythm. Then there's my method. I find the song first because I don't choreograph. When it comes to tap, I don't choreograph. I compose. I'm making music. So I'm listening to the song first and foremost. And I sit there with my giant headphones on. Sometimes they have cat ears. But I'm sitting there with my giant headphones on, listening very intently to every piece of this music. This is how I choreograph. I'm giving you my secret, guys. So I listen to the drums, and then I listen to the guitar, and then I listen to the bass, and then I listen to the lyrics, and then I listen for silence. I listen to everything that makes up that song, and then I decide, okay, so for this part, do I want to emphasize that rhythm, or do I want to add to it? Because let's say you have Best Day of My Life by American authors, right? I just did that this morning. So they have the whoa-oh-oh-oh-oh-oh. So I can either do that exactly, or I can do 5, 6, 7, 8 underneath it. Whoa-oh-oh-oh-oh-oh. So I had the snaps is what I would do for tap, or I could go da-da-da-da-da-da-da with my feet. I can choose. And I make those decisions along the way. I'm listening to the music, I'm writing down what I want. I go, okay, I like this line, I want to emphasize that line. And then this part, I think I'm gonna do a little bit faster than the song is so that the tap can have like a little extra part. So the taps for me become a part of the song. And I go, all right, is this gonna be the part where the taps are blending into the song, or is this gonna be the part where the taps are like having their little solo moment? You know? That's how I choreograph, and that's why a lot of the pieces that I create, you'll find that the taps match the rhythm of the words or the guitar or the drums at certain points in the song because I'm trying to blend. I'm trying to emphasize that instrument with my feet. And like I said, I'm composing, I'm not choreographing in my head because for me it's all about the music. And some people choreograph like that. Some people don't. Some people say, I want to make these rhythms, they make them, and then they find a song that fits it. Or some people go, I want to use these steps. They put the steps in order, then they find a song that fits it. That's it. So that's just 3 different ways to choreograph. But like I said, there are so many more ways than that. You listen to a song and you put steps to it, or you just create steps and then find a song. The word bank is the best way to start, in my opinion. The steps list is the best way to start. But the next question is, how do you record your choreography? Sometimes, like with my contemporary, I never write my contemporary down. Tap, I write down all the time. But that's just my brain. That's how I need to see it. Just having a video is a really, really good way to capture what you create. Because sometimes you can make something and go, all right, I'm hearing a song. Oh, I like that. And then 5 seconds later, oh no, I have no idea what I did. Did you just risky business across my floor? Hello. Anyway. So having that video is so good, just so that you can stop, watch it, and go, oh, okay, that's what I did. I forget what I did all the time. I'm sure I've thrown out masterpieces just because I didn't record anything. So having a video set up while you're choreographing, excellent thing to do. Another good thing to do is just write it down. A lot of times with tap, will go line by line with a song and go, it's the whoa, okay, so I'm just gonna do that line. Step, step, heel, heel, scuff, heel, spank, heel. Okay, I wrote that down. What's the next line? And that's how I do it. I write it down. Other people, they do it like maybe stanza by stanza or section by section, and they choreograph the whole section and then they write it down. Whatever's gonna work for you. I also write the music notes sometimes. I write out the rhythm so I don't forget the rhythm. But the writing of it, if you're not a person that needs to write it, just make sure you have that camera. Super, super important to have that camera with you if you're not going to write it down in the moment. But yeah, there's no right way or wrong way to choreograph. There is only your way to choreograph. But I hope that these ideas are helping. If I wasn't specific enough to answer your question on how to choreograph, please write more questions in the comments, because I love helping you guys tap, execute tap, as well as create tap. So I'm absolutely happy to help you guys with these questions. But if I didn't quite answer it the way that you wanted, put it down in the comments below. But yeah, choreography is something I'm extremely passionate about, and I feel like there's so much beautiful music that we all can create, and so much beautiful art that we all can create if we just figure out how to unlock it. And finding your method of choreography is going to unlock that. It's amazing. And try the different methods to see what works for you if you've never choreographed before. If you're a choreographer and you're like, I have my method, it's none of those, that's fine. Tell me what your method is. I'm excited to learn what other people are doing. And then I can maybe that'll teach me something. That'd be super cool. Seriously. So yeah, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this Tappy Talks. I'm sorry about the cat interruptions. There's been a lot of those today, all day. But yeah, I'm always happy to do these Tappy Talks. I love tap dance, and talking about my favorite thing in the world is never a problem. So please subscribe, join the Tap fam, and let me know if you have any other topics that you want me to do Tappy Talks on. I take requests for songs as well. I have tutorials galore. I have just tap dance videos. If you just want to watch some tap dance, I've got tons of that. I've got contemporary tutorials now, and I'm starting on some jazz ones, but finding good songs that inspire me has been a little tricky. So maybe I'll do a jazz choreography, contemporary choreography Tappy Talk so you guys can see my struggle. So maybe we'll do that. But yeah, hit that thumbs up if you like this video so other tap dancers can find it easy, because that means YouTube will push it out. And yeah, as always, thank you for dancing with me.